Hey, Stukulele from Uke Mullum here, thanks for stopping by. This is a uketorial for Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears from their 1985 album Songs from the Big Chair. The original key of the song is D and I've transposed it to the more ukulele friendly key of G. So I'm going to try a few different tricks today. I might even play this song on two different ukuleles. At the moment I've got my Low G Ukulele. And the first chord we want to play is this. So it's 0, 2, 2, 0. But I'm only going to play the top 3 strings. And then it's just the open strings. They're the 2 chords. The name of that chord is something like a G major 7 sus 2. But for the purposes of this lesson, we'll call it G. That's our G. We'll call that C. It's actually C major 7, or C minor 7. Beg your pardon, C6 really, isn't it? But we'll call it C. Alright, so the rhythm that the song is based on is a triplet rhythm. Now a triplet means you have 3 notes in the space of 1 beat, in this case. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a. I brought my friend the metronome along. This is the original tempo of the song. Pretty fast, motoring along. We might do it a bit slower. Do we want to play what the guitar is playing in the track, or are we going to come up with a solo ukulele arrangement? I think the latter. Here's what I think would sound good. So we've got down, chuck, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, chuck, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We could also add the chucks during the C6 bar and make it like this. Down, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up. And seeing we're actually collecting the bottom string when we do that, I might just add that C to the C chord. So it sounds like this. So you decide which one you like best. The other thing we could do is this. Depending on what you're comfortable doing when you try to sing. Now, let's have a quick look at the melody. So it goes like this. That's repeated, what, 4 times in the verse? That's the open E. Well, welcome to your life. Got the idea? Now this B section goes like so. We have an A minor, followed by a B minor, followed by a C, which I'm going to play as the bar shape, and then back to the B minor, and then you play the same chords but 2 changes to the bar. And now we go to the D, moving your C shape up 2 frets. And then you're back into the All right, so that is the A section and the B section, and eventually we're going to come into this section. So after the next chorus, we have most of freedom and of pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the... We're going to play a C5 here. So that means it's a C chord and you're adding your second finger to the G or the third fret of the second string. So that's a C without a third in it. You've got G, C, G, C. Power chord. Now let's look at this tricky rhythm. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's put on Mr. Tempo. I'm going to take it down to 80 beats per minute so you can really see what's going on. 80. Essentially, we have this going on. The underlying rhythm is one and a two and a three and a four and a one and a two and a three and a four and a. So you'll notice on the one and a, you start with a downstroke and finish with a downstroke. On the two and a, you start with an upstroke and finish with an upstroke. 3 and a, downstroke. 4 and a, upstroke. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. So I recommend putting on the metronome, like we're going to do right now, and play that for a little while with your Z chord or mute strum. One and a two and a three and a four and a one and a two and a three and a four. If you can tap your foot right now, that's even better. Because that really lands or grounds you. Grounds you in the beat. Takes a little while to get comfortable. Won't take long. One and a two and a three and a four and a. There's an old saying, if you can't say it, you can't play it. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, so once you've got that down, what we're doing is hitting the C power chord on the 1, and then we're going to a G and then to a D. I'll play it for you so you can get used to the sound, and I'll use the metronome straight off the bat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Then it goes to the A minor for the next chorus part. So, pardon me while I scratch my nose. The upstrokes, 1 and R2, 1 and R2, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Let me do that really slowly. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Pretty complex polyrhythm going on there. Sounds great though. So that's the middle section. Now, after that you get another chorus. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the... Now, we have a little instrumental section that happens here, and it goes 2, 3, 4. So let me put the metronome on again. This is slow, by the way, 80 BPM. So I'll do the chorus. Everybody wants to rule the world. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Basically all upstrokes. This time we're going to go G to D to E minor. 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2. Then you're back into the... And that's the solo. So that little interlude section has this melody over the top. 1, 2, 3. Four times. One more time. Then you're into the... which is the solo section. By the way, those notes are practically the C major scale. You just miss out the F the first time through, and then you go back to the F. And the only note we're not playing out of the C major scale is the D. So, pretty. If you're enjoying this video, please do give me a thumbs up, share me with your friends, leave me a comment below. If you've got any requests, send them my way. The song sheet for this lesson, as usual, is over at my Patreon page, patreon.com/Uke Mullum. Head over there and grab it now. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to play the solo. Avid learners will have full access to a whole lesson devoted to this with tabs and the whole shebang. So if you're not a patron, please do consider signing up. Avid learner patrons have access to the entire site, including all the tricky parts like tabs, practice MP3 tracks and that kind of stuff. Highly recommended. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've played the solo and now you're into a double chorus. So you've got I can't stand this indecision, and so on and so forth. And then straight back. Say that you'll never, 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 never leave me. And at the end of this one, there's a quick interlude, so half the length of the first interlude before the solo. So after that D, one more of those, one more chorus. All for freedom and for pleasure. And of course you could be doing your rhythm here like this. And you fade out. We could go power chords at the end. One of the most recognisable elements of this song is the intro riff. So let's take these notes. We want our first finger on the 5th fret of the bottom string and our third finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, we're going to alternate between our index finger and our thumb to create this little pattern. So it starts on 1 and ah. That very first beat is just preceding the first beat of the bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now we're going to use our pinky to come down on the beats 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Easy. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for hanging out with me all the way to the end of the video. And yes, you're getting a gold star.
There's a swirl in the sun and a swirl in the sky. There's a smile on the face of everybody passing by.